In this video, we're going to show you 2 ways to install the Lift the Dot fastener. The first way and the most simplest way is to use the hole cutter for the Lift the Dot fastener. Position your socket where you want it to be on your canvas project. This is 3 layers of Sunbrella canvas. Then we'll use the heavy mallet here. If you don't have a heavy mallet, use a dead blow hammer. It works a lot better than the conventional hammer. Just 2 blows and we're right through that material. We're also using a rubber cutting block on the back side to help prevent any damage to the tool. Here's a close-up of that Lift the Dot hole cutter. It's a great tool, puts the 4 legs slots in the material and the hole for the center position. We'll take that socket, put it in through the holes. Notice it slides right in easily through the 3 layers of canvas. Rotate that fabric over. We'll now take the back plate. Let's study this back plate. You'll notice there are 4 bumps and 4 slots for the legs. The bumps must be facing upward, away from the fabric. Then just take a common instrument, such as a screwdriver, and bend those legs over that washer back plate. And that's all there is to installing the Lift the Dot fastener. Now let's move on and show you the technique for installing the Lift the Dot fastener with a common tool. We've showed you already how to do it with the hole punch here. Now we're going to show you how to do it with a razor blade. This is a little bit more tedious and a little bit more difficult, but you can do it. If you only have a few of these, you don't need to invest in the hole cutter for the Lift the Dot fastener. First, position your socket in the position that you would desire it to be. Then take a pencil and mark the outside of those 4 legs. Once that's done, just take your pencil and mark the center hole. You need to make sure this thing doesn't move on you, otherwise your holes will be in the wrong position. Now we'll mark the center hole here. You obviously are not going to be able to mark all around the hole. You're just going to mark the position where that hole is. Then you're going to take a razor blade and you're going to cut those slits so those 4 legs can be inserted. And notice we're not cutting right on top of our pencil line. We're actually cutting a little bit inside the pencil line because obviously we can't put the pencil line directly under the legs. So it is slightly inside of each one of these pencil lines. Once that's done, most of you out there have a hole cutter. This is a number 1 hole cutter. If you don't have a hole cutter, then you can use an axe and then cut out the material with a razor blade. But since most of you usually have one, we're just going to use the heavy mallet and insert a hole right in the center of that assembly. And then we just take our socket, insert it in, and you'll notice when we turn the material over, it's a little bit more difficult to push it through, but it's really quite simple to do. The decision is yours. You can purchase the hole cutter, or you can do them the traditional way by hand if you only have a few to do. That's it. Thanks again for watching. I'm Eric Grant with Sailrite.